we can bleep things out. Say, I've watched the studs more. Give us your kids' names, would you?
I've got a Venom.
Wow.
I've got a Prince John James, and I've got a Pluck.
But then how did the girls not get Princess?
Don't know.
Beautiful names. And presumably, has it been tough during lockdown with that many kids? I mean, I know you've been training most of the time, obviously, but...
I've been to Instagram, and that was really good, you know, give myself something to wake up for in the morning, and then I'd be doing me workout video, and the kids would be coming in, and it was manic. It was real life, that's what it was.
Yeah. And Maya, what about Christmas for you? What will be... Because you're half Swedish, aren't you?
Yep, half Swedish.
So are there Swedish traditions that you bring into the Christmas over here that you stick with?
Yeah, well, in Sweden, they open presents the day before. So Christmas Eve, we were always allowed to open one present.
The Queen does that.
Yeah?
They always open their presents on Christmas Eve.
There we
so
go.
it's the posh thing to do as well, then.
It's very fancy, darling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that, and then there's also, like, Swedish buns in the morning, you know, the little cinnamon swirls, and there's a thing called sill as well that looks like... And it's kind of like a chop of fish with a silver top in oil, and it sounds disgusting. Small little things like that, but I'm actually having Christmas at my house for the first time this year.
Wow.
If we're allowed, Boris.
You're a young person, quite rightly, you're enjoying your success, you enjoy...
I like a little dance. I used to, well, at the beginning of lockdown, I tuned in because there was all these DJs doing Instagram Lives. So I'd create my own kitchen rave, plug my phone into the speakers, have it on, 10 o'clock, sign into the Instagram Live, get your drinks ready. But then you wake up the next day and you're like, I am mashed right up from having a kitchen rave on my own. And it also feels a bit, like, sad. Like, oh, I've just got really shouting at your phone, waiting for them to read out your shout-out. It's like pirate radio, basically. I did a lot of that, and it was good.
Because my daughter had a couple of Zoom dates, and
It's not normal. I didn't Zoom date. I also have this thing where even back in the day when I was on Tinder once, when I was about 18, and I have quite a lot of paranoia anyway, but matched this person, was like, OK, yeah, we're going to meet up. But because I was so like, what if they've not shown a certain side to them, or I just want to know who they are, I video messaged them first to say, hey, this is me, this is my voice, this is me from every angle, I'm 5'8½", no surprises, can you do the same back, please? And then he did the same back, and it was fine, no surprises. Obviously didn't work out.
So, transparency up front.
Yeah, I just think now my advice to people that are Zoom dating is just get every angle, get every, you know, get the voice out.
But, you know, you don't have to... It's not like it's a commitment where you...
I think a Zoom date's way more intense than a normal date because there's no escape. Like, they can see your face, you're sat there. You can't be like, oh, sorry, or... You know what I mean? You're stuck.
This is a...
Oh, yeah.
People are also not wearing pants on Zoom.
I never wear trousers. I'm alone because there's so many violence.
I need to speak to Dame Joan. That's amazing.
Have you ever heard of Pauline's...
Shade.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
No. And Joan Wright. Oh, Jonathan, really?
But it is...
That's always the way, though. You can punch anyone up, but a spider, you're off.
Like,
Joe, all the time. Paul Newman.
Did that get you high?
Some cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
But that scene...
it was a simple yes or no answer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they said I was unified champion in 50. Like my mother trying to get out, of course.
Do you calm your brain down when you're going into a fight? Do you just... I see you listen to reggae. That's what originally drew me to you. I thought, lovely. But do you, before, like, this, I was nervous, you have a wine. But, like, actually going in to know that you could potentially be knocked out, have brain, anything.
You know, I'm already relaxed. I'm the most relaxed fighter there is. I'm not nervous or tense before a boxing match.
Yeah.
I'm laughing and joking. It's all fun and games to me because I mentally do. I prepared and done everything correct. So I get paid to do something I absolutely love and adore.
Didn't you lose...
Don't feel like they can speak, so that's the last option. If you have people around that you are open with, that's usually takes away the issue a little bit, doesn't it? Shows, yeah, all COVID-friendly, mainly green screen and just very different when you don't have an audience and you...
And Chunks and you were both up for an award in the same category.
We was, me and him. We're both Somali as well, so it was a bit of, like, for the culture kind of vibes.
And then
Chunks did win, yeah, and
So
a little bit. Also, a lot of my friends were up for the same thing. Like, we're all peers for best... It was best media personality. And I didn't even put it up. I didn't want to win it because I felt like other people on the list had a better go to who they deserve to be in, and I felt like Chunks did deserve it. He has had an incredible year. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I just thought, a bit different to you. I was kind of like, I don't even want to try and fail. I'd rather just let everybody else, you know. Is that bad?
No, I think it's understandable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like not being involved.
I just don't want to be involved. Yeah, I think there's more deserving people on the list.
Do you get tired before that, even before you'd coasted with Chunks?
Yeah.
After Soccer Aid, I think there was talk that you and Chunks were an item.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird thing. It's probably been happening for years and years and years, but I've just only started experiencing it since I've been single. anytime I take a picture with a guy or you're working, you do a job, it will be like, oh my God, they must be dating, this whole massive thing. And then
Well,
in
me
the
and
press...
you just took a picture, Maya.
Well, there we go. But you're a happily married man. I don't think we'll get in that problem. But, you know, anyone that's single, 2 and 2 together, it's like, no way could they be friends.
But it's a strange thing because these days as well, you know, more and more people put their life out there. And I follow you on Instagram, and I see on Instagram, and you lead, I'll be honest, you're slightly envious of the life you appear to lead. As people on Instagram, the Instagram life always looks more fun than the reality, doesn't it? But I can see why you want to share your life, because that is part of being a modern media person.
Yeah,
you kind of have to put that content out there, don't you?
Yeah, it's like I want to be transparent and I want to show what's going on because I want other people to look up to me and think I'm from, like, council estate and, look, you can make this of yourself no matter your situation. But then sometimes you feel a bit like I don't want to show how good things can be because then it's like you feel like you're pissing people off a little bit. I don't know. I think it's really difficult to get the balance. I always just say, I'm not trying to be anybody's role model. I just want to show that, you know, regardless of your situation, wherever you come from, you can go on to achieve your dreams. And I feel like, yeah, I'm living my dream.
Well, you are, and congratulations. You deserve
Thank
it,
you.
I think. Before we go for a break, let me ask you, have you got...
Me and you should take a pic after. I'll help you out. We'll do a little... You've got nearly 2 mil, but I'm sure we can get you up to 10 mil. You're a big legend.
Yeah, I'll see you in Vegas.
We're gonna...
R-I-N-E-A-U. The world came at me and I just wasn't ready. And it attacked me on every level. My hair went up.
Celebrating my success. I want to look...
In your defence, that was like Jedward era, no?
Jedward.
It's the norm.
In your defence...
Everyone was a prick.
That's a very
So I was on stage going, oh, I'm so posh when I whack. This is 7, 8 years ago. I sent the word minky. And the first thing she did...
Maya, so you're moving into acting a bit, aren't you?
I'm trying to be an actress.
And you've had lessons, haven't you?
I have. I've tried lessons originally when I was younger, so I started my career when I was 17, really. But I went to school in Bristol and Skins, I don't know if you know Skins, it was like a massive show for my era anyway. And they used to come to my school and audition. And I got to the final round when I was 15, and that was my big dream. I'd show off in all the plays and everything like that. And then I didn't get it. It was between me and one other girl. But then I carried on doing a bit of auditions and things like that and ended up moving to London at 16 and fell into presenting, kind of. And I realised all the roles that I was playing were just extreme versions of myself. Like, it would be the same girl, me, but maybe a bit more sad that day or a bit more sassy or whatever it was. Became a presenter, and then now I'm like, I have always had that love for acting, and I think it's so difficult, and I don't take it lightly.
Well, you've done a bit. I know. I saw you in Catherine Ryan's show, Duchess. Thought you were very good in that.
My Netflix debut, yeah.
Have you auditioned for any other parts?
I've had a few auditions, yeah. Not successful ones, though.
What have they been like? What sort of things have they been for?
I auditioned for Will Ferrell's Eurovision.
Oh, yeah,
film.
the comedy that was on Netflix as well, which was very funny. Did you see that?
Amazing. He's like an icon to me, and I loved it. But they wanted me to play an Italian role. And I'm obviously not very Italian, so I just...
Well, you're not Italian at all?
Not at all, no. Nothing Italian about me, yeah. So I went in and I'm like to my manager, like, oh, God, I don't know, are you sure they want me? I'm literally the least Italian thing in the world. She said, just do an accent, have a go. And I went in and I went into, like, Dolmio advert vibes. And it was, it was horrible. It was so bad.
You know I'm going to ask you for a bit of this accent now.
No, because it's offensive, I think. I'm scared. This is it. It's
so it was that bad? It was an offensive Italian accent?
Yeah, I was looking at the guy, because you do your self-tapes the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was looking at him, I said, look, can you turn around? Because it's going to be so bad. I didn't want him to laugh at me while I was doing it. And I didn't get it, obviously. And
but Will Ferrell's based a career on doing kind of borderline offensive accents, so I wouldn't have worried too much.
Loved Step Brothers is my favourite film in the world, but I think it's one of those, like, it wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to have an Italian debut role.
Yeah, what's the matter?
I'd say no. Leave it alone.
We're going to take a break. You've been known for singing at the end of it. When you win a fight...
Space.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
What are you going to wear? Are you going to do the proper...
I love that.
Wear a tuxedo!
Your first question is...
Something different. It's the first boxer to go.
I've always wanted to go to space. I used to... On opportunities arose where Virgin are doing... He contacted Virgin.
Jamie Callum on the show, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to mention this because through no fault of his own, why not see if Tyson and of course the